from yesterday's game. The questions are really from the guys who didn't play.
Yes.
Going into the game.
And hopefully those guys not playing yesterday means they're going to be healthy and full go next weekend when it matters up in Ann Arbor. 614-821-9710 is the number to call in. This is it, guys. I mean, Scotty, I remember going back and when we wanted to do this show, we had Ohio State football in mind, an Ohio State football reaction to get what the fans thought, what they see on the field. But it was in particularly for this week, right?
Yeah.
Because I remember last year how that Sunday morning we all woke up and we felt horrible and we were mad at the world. We were mad at what we had seen on the TV the night before. We were mad at our team, this team that all these guys had come back to said they wanted to win a Big Ten championship. They wanted to win a national championship. And then they go on the run, the greatest run in college football history, to win that national championship last year in the playoff. And we were all excited, and it was Jubilee, and we kind of forgot about that game because they won the national championship. Well, it's back now. And these are the reactions that we wanted. Like, this is what we wanted for this show, so you guys could voice your opinion. We want to know what concerns you have this week. Are you concerned at all? All of it with this Michigan game.
Very well said. I still specifically remember you saying, hey, we have to do a call-in show. We have got to make that work here on the station because of weeks like this.
Yes.
And you're right. And the amazing thing, guys, is thinking about this is in 6 days, no matter what, we're either going to feel on top of the world with Ohio State beating Michigan and finishing out a 12-0 regular season, or we are going to be absolutely in the dumps, right?
We're not going to be in the dumps.
Like last year, where it's like I still remember I went to the game last year, and I remember driving home, and the anger that I had driving home was unbelievable. I wake up the next morning. That Sunday morning, you and I and Dave are doing On the Money. And I said, I don't know how you can keep Ryan Day as the coach, right? I said that because of the emotions from that Michigan game. And then, of course, as you mentioned, he goes on the greatest run in college football postseason history, 4 wins in a row, and wins the national championship. And now they've made it 15 wins in a row. So, yeah, I want to know from the people, though. I want from you guys, from the listener, 614-821-9710, what is your concern level going into next Saturday? Because I will tell you, the odds are out. Ohio State is a 12.5-point favorite.
Baby.
They are minus 530 on the money line, which, by the way, that equates to a win probability of 83%. Based on the odds, Ohio State, 83% chance to win the game up at Michigan. Almost a 13-point spread. That's a lot of points, Ryan.
It is a lot of points, especially in the game. What was it, 21.5 last year was the number, so not quite that big. But, again, as Scotty said, we want to hear from you. 614-821-9710 is the number to call. Let's head out now to those phone lines. Let's go to Frank. Frank, good morning. You're on the Fan Call-In Show.
Good morning, guys. I'm not worried at all. We're going to go up there and take care of business. I'm sitting in Section 1, Row 1, Seat 9, and I'm going to be rooting them on, and we're going to come home with a victory. I promise.
Now, Frank, you sound like a guy who's been a Buckeyes fan for a long time, and the last 4 years, like I'm a kid that grew up in the 90s, and I got a lot of 90s nervous butterflies in my stomach right now. You don't have any of that?
I don't have any. I go to every game. I miss one game in 7 years. I'm one of their biggest fans. I'm at the tunnel every game, and I cannot wait for this team to go up there and take care of business.
Okay, the confidence is there.
I love it, Frank. I love it. I'm going to get there, I hope, this week. Thank you so much for the call. I just, as a 90s kid and then living these last 4 years, I'm not there yet. I'm not quite there.
One thing I have noticed is it feels like after yesterday, it seems like Ohio State wants to keep the normal routine, right? And what I mean by that, as far as like what their plans are for the week, and I'm going back to like media availability and all that stuff. It seems like they want to keep the practice schedules the same. They want to get back to it being just like a normal football week. Forget about the fact that you have Thanksgiving on Thursday. Things have been different during that Michigan week as far as availability and schedule-wise. And it feels like Ryan Day wants us to be like, okay, this is our normal schedule, normal game week.
And I think the only difference is, obviously, because Thursday is Thanksgiving, the Ryan Day show will be on Wednesday this week, which you can hear right here on The Fan. But, yeah, that seems to be the only difference. Let's head back to those phone lines. Let's go out to David. David, good morning. Thank you for waking up early with us on the Fan Call-In Show.
Hey, good morning, guys. First thing I want to say is I want to congratulate Coach Day and the players for a wonderful season so far. And the concern I have for this upcoming week is I think we're going to know pretty quick in the first quarter how things are going to go. If our offensive line can handle the defensive line of Michigan, and if our defensive line can handle the offensive line of Michigan. If we can do those two things, I think it'll be a great day for the Buckeyes. If we can't handle the defensive line, it could be a long day for us, especially if Carnell and Jeremiah can't play. And I'd just be interested in seeing what you guys think about that.
Hey, David, that's a great call. Hang on the line, David, because we're going to hook you up with a pair of passes to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. So hang on that line, and Isaiah will get your information, David. Listen, it's the old adage, right? Football, a lot of times, is won in the trenches. Like, we love the flash on the outside, but a lot of times it's those guys in the trenches that win games. I feel that's true, but I also kind of don't want that out there because it seemed like last year Ohio State had to prove a point that they could out-physical them and they could beat them at their game. And yes, does the offensive line and defensive lines have to play well? They do, but I don't think you have to run the ball right up the middle to prove you're tougher than them and beat them in this game. Ohio State has proven this year, Scotty, that they can use their short passing game as like a substitution to the running game.
Yes.
And it works really well. And listen, the running game has been awesome, and I think Bo Jackson's great. And if Bo Jackson gets 20 or 25 carries next week, I'm not angry at that at all, as long as it's being effective and it's mixed in well with your offense, just like you've done all year.
So well said, because you're right. They are using that short passing game. And look at yesterday's game plan. Like, it was run the football and it was short passes. Like, you didn't see the long ones. And all right, let's talk concern level. And that was a great call by David, and he's right. This game is always feels like it's won in the trenches. I know that the big concern for everybody is the wide receivers, right? Is Tate going to be healthy? Is Jeremiah Smith going to be healthy? And I do believe, in my opinion, I think that these guys are both going to go out there and play on Saturday. I really do. I'd be shocked if they don't. We've had little whispers. We've had some sources and stuff that have said, maybe some small, relatively small injuries, maybe a quad bruise, maybe a calf strain. They've been watching the video of how Jeremiah Smith is just walking around on the sidelines. I think they're going to play, Ryan.
I will tell you this. I do think they're both going to play. I'm 100% confident Jeremiah Smith is in that game next week. I'm a little less confident in Carnell Tate, just because we don't know. There's been nothing said in the last 3 weeks about what's going on, and they don't have to.
No.
Right? There's no thing where the Big Ten, I think next year the Big Ten is making them put out an injury report because of the gambling purposes, and gambling is legalized everywhere. So I do think that was said, that next year the Big Ten will have an injury report that's put out earlier in the week, and there will be a little more transparency there. So I'm a little less confident in Carnell Tate just because of all the surround. I'm 100% confident Jeremiah Smith is playing next week.
Yeah.
And listen, you'd love to have them both, but 4 is just a total difference maker.
Absolutely.
It opens up everything for everybody else.
Maybe the one thing that I learned the most over these last 3 weeks, though, is just how great Bo Jackson is and can be. And I know he's had a couple fumble issues. I get that. But, man, this running game, And even Peoples, getting that really long one. Like, this running game has come together. And guess what? Halfway through the season, when we were 6-0, 7-0, something like that, the concern was, oh my gosh, Ohio State can throw the football, but can they run the football? And these last few weeks, it's like they have really been able to run the football.
And I never had any concern about the running game. I thought everything was fine. I think the issues people were worried about were the red zone issues, and I think that's more play calling than the running game. But you're right. The running game they've put that to bed the last 3 weeks. 614-821-9710 is the number to call. We love it. The phone lines are blowing up. Vaughn, Dan, Buckeye Bill, hang on the line. We will get to you next on the Fan Call-In Show.
Head to 971thefan.com to listen on demand and subscribe to all our podcasts. Wasting time has never been easier. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Delaware County Veterans Services, here for those who served. Located on the ground floor of the historic courthouse in downtown Delaware, our team of veteran county veteran service officers is ready to help you access VA benefits, emergency financial assistance, dental and medical grants, transportation, and more. Need a ride to a VA appointment? Facing a financial emergency? Are you or your spouse simply looking for answers? Then give Delaware County Veterans Services a call. 740-833-2010 to schedule an appointment. Delaware County Veterans Services.
They're trained. They're prepared. Let's do it. They're Ohio's undefeated plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling team. And they're here to tackle your problems. For plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling, there's only one team. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222 or visit them online at thewaterworks.com. A proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Hey, it's Anthony for Orthopedic One. I'm not invincible anymore. I never was, but I refuse to punt on things I still love to do. That's why over the past several years, when I've had things creep up, like back pain, shoulder issue, elbow problem, I've had it all, I've always chosen Orthopedic One. That's because Orthopedic One is Ohio's largest physician-owned orthopedic practice with 60 physicians in every specialty. Find a physician or location near you at orthopedic1.com. Orthopedic One. This is where you go to get better.
Picture it, your holiday table, the family cooking together, the scent of golden brown bread, rosemary from roasted potatoes, and a salad so crisp it snaps. This season at Kroger, make the moments that matter possible with quality that's affordable in every aisle. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Don't miss great savings on bacon. 16-ounce packages of Sugardale bacon are buy one, get one free with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
My son Ian was diagnosed with a brain tumor at the age of 16 months. The outlook was pretty rough. I mean, it was, we had no hope until St. Jude rescued us. I mean, they saved him. To this date, we are 12 years into this journey, and from day one, we've never once seen a bill. It gave us the peace of mind to know that we're there with our son, and we're gonna beat cancer together. Now, he is doing really, really well. He's alive because of what St. Jude has done. He's here because of the doctors who came before, their blood, their sweat, their tears, the knowledge accumulated and shared, with everyone else around the world. This is how we get rid of this, how we help kids beat cancer all over. It's the future.
Together, we will make cures possible for every child everywhere. Learn more at stjude.org.
Instant classics are exciting, but true legends have impact over time, like how Plant Moran has been counted on by companies and clients for the past 100 years. Counted on for advice by the workwear brand You Zip Up Every Day. Counted on for guidance by the zoos and aquariums inspiring the next generation. Counted on for a holistic approach to those growing, protecting, and sharing their wealth. From accounting to tax to consulting to wealth management, we're built year after year on the stories and success we help others achieve. Here's to the next 100 years of Plant Moran. Count on us.
Hey Columbus, it's Lorenzo Stiles Jr., Ohio State student athlete. It's football season, and just like on the field, success starts with the right game plan and the right team. That's why I'm proud to team up with Monogram Homes. They're the true custom home builder, bringing precision, creativity, and attention to every detail, just like we do on Saturdays. If you're ready to build, don't settle for standard. Go custom. Go Monogram. Visit monogramhomes.net to start building today. Monogram Homes, a builder you can trust.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, is it true?
What's that?
Tire Discounters is offering up to $200 off sets of Goodyear tires?
Absolutely.
Plus free alignment and a full synthetic oil change?
You got it.
I'm not one to exaggerate, but that may be the best deal in the history of the world.
But free would be better.
Mike, don't toy with me.
Through the holidays, every day we're open, someone will get their money back on 4 tires.
But I...
Just breathe, Phantom. Breathe.
No purchase necessary. Ends 12/31/25. Visit website for details.
Your child's oral health milestones matter. By age 1, see a pediatric dentist to establish good oral health habits. At 7, see an orthodontist to check your child's bite, teeth, and jaws. Around 15, visit an oral and maxillofacial surgeon to have your child's wisdom teeth examined. Remember, milestones met, healthy teeth set. Visit milestonesmet.org.
When the coach speaks, we listen. Ryan Day's weekly press conference comes your way every Tuesday at noon.
Sponsored by The Roofing Guys. For all your roofing, siding, and gutter needs, contact The Roofing Guys at theroofingguys.com.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Mostly sunny weather throughout the day as skies clear from a few clouds overnight. Will be clear in near 30 Sunday night. Monday, a few more clouds push back in, high in the mid-50s. Near 60 Tuesday as rain showers come through. Cooler and drier weather by Thanksgiving. That's your latest 10 weather impact forecast. I'm meteorologist Michael Behrens on 97.1 The Fan.
Starting Monday, it's rivalry week. We call it that because the Buckeyes play a very annoying team from Michigan. Clever.
Sponsored by your Central Ohio Toyota dealers.
The Fan. The Fan Calling Show. Presented by ESPN Bet at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The show that allows you, the sports fan, to be the star.
2nd and 5, Ohio State at the 7 of Rutgers. 7-3 Buckeyes leading with 2.5 to play until halftime. Sand under center with a snap, fakes the handoff, looks to throw. Sand will lob that right corner of the end zone for Ennis. Got it for a touchdown. Brandon Ennis. He had a defender right there with him. Jacoby Henderson going down the right side, but Brandon Ennis reached in the air, grabbed it, hung on to it in the right corner of the end zone, and the Buckeyes have increased their lead to 13-3.
And that was the halftime score for Ohio State. Obviously, not near what the final score was. It was a little closer there as the Buckeyes waded through that game. I feel like that's been a lot of Buckeyes games this year, though. They just kind of slowly, methodically impose their will on some teams, and then at the end of the game, you're like, man, we got to where we thought it was anyway.
I'll be honest with you. Like, let's just be completely honest. It's been a boring regular season for Ohio State. Like, it really has. You had that opener where you win that one 14-7 against Texas, against the number 1 team in the country. And then it's been kind of sleepy time for 10 games. It really has. It's been one of those regular seasons lacking drama and everything. And so it's been a little bit of a boring stretch. However, now we get to the point where every single snap and play is going to matter because you got the OSU-Michigan game, which we know means everything. You have the opportunity, by the way, Michigan looked good yesterday in their win against Maryland. You have the opportunity to completely ruin Michigan's season because guess what? If Michigan, I hate to even put this out there, but if Michigan beats Ohio State, Michigan is going to make the college football playoff. Okay, that's how big this is. This isn't like, okay, Michigan's season is done and they just get to play spoiler. This is a chance to ruin Michigan's season.
I will say this, and I don't like you putting that out there in the atmosphere, quite frankly, but I will say this. I don't think this season's been boring at all. And I understand that the games haven't been close, and you mentioned the word drama. I had enough drama in the regular season last year. I hated
I
hated last year as a Buckeyes fan until the playoffs. That team, in my opinion, and I think in everybody's opinion, underperformed until the playoffs. This team has not underperformed.
They have not.
This team has probably overperformed with what we thought and all the guys they lost. So I do not think that this year has been boring. I love seeing the greatness of Ohio State. I love seeing these young guys grow on the field in front of our eyes, the maturation of Julian Sayin. So I don't think this year's been boring at all. I actually have loved this year because last season it was miserable until the playoffs.
So as a fan, of course, you're like, okay, dominate every single game. But I'm just saying, like, there has been no time in any second half where you felt any concern that Ohio State was going to be in a battle or lose a game. Like, you look at it, Ohio State was up by 3 at half against Penn State, came out, scored right away. You never felt like Ohio State was going to be in a tight battle there against Penn State.
And you know what?
Washington,
I'm okay with
too.
That. I try to live my life drama-free. I don't need drama from my sports teams. I get enough drama from the Browns and Blue Jackets and Reds. I don't need it from Ohio State.
Well, buckle up, because from now on, every single play, every single snap is going to matter. And there's going to be drama on everything going forward.
Let's go back to those phone lines. Let's go to Vaughn. Vaughn, good morning. Thanks for calling the Fan Call-In Show.
Hey, guys. How are you doing?
We're doing good, bud.
Okay, I'm going to put on my Buckeye hat today, and I'm going to just talk through several points you guys had today. First off, Scotty just kind of answered his own question. Like, how can you have concern level if every second half you've gone into this year, you know the Buckeyes are going to pull it out and take care of it. They are more of a second half team, and I think that comes with not, it's a mentality thing. The Buckeyes have been dominant, but we all can agree they could have been more dominant if they wanted to. In certain games, at certain times, they could have a bigger pace. We know the defense isn't going to let people score, so we just kind of, like you guys said, turn on cruise control instead of like Indiana steps on the gas and Notre Dame steps on the gas because they have to prove that, hey, we actually belong. Ohio State just kind of cruises through, which is a good thing. And I disagree with the Michigan looked good. It was Maryland. That D-line got home on Underwood a lot. He checked down from a lot of his throws and his pass progressions a lot and just ran a lot. So you do have to watch out for him in the run game. Their offensive line is injured, so their chemistry is really off. I think our D-line dominates in that facet. So I do have zero concern level, and I'll kind of turn it back on Coach Day as he told Bo Jackson to do his job. If this Ohio State team does their job, there should be no concern level at all, and that starts with the first quarter.
Vaughn, that's a great call, and I agree with that. I think if Ohio State comes out and plays like Ohio State and plays their best game, I don't think there is a concern level next week. And I don't think Ohio State has to worry about the passing game at all. I don't know how you pass on this Ohio State defense. I have no clue how you'd have from the beginning of the year, and I definitely don't think what we've seen from the Michigan passing game this year, you have to worry about it. This is the game, though, and funny things happen.
So here's the thing. There's a reason why they are a 12.5-point favorite on the road.
Correct.
Because they are a significantly better football team. Ohio State is significantly better in just about every area, like if you look at it. However, it's still the history.
They were last year, too.
They were, too. I was just going through the spreads and results, and they were a 20.5-point favorite last year and lost the game by 3 at home.
Yeah.
Now this year, they're a 12.5-point favorite on the road. Let's see the result. But, hey, one thing I pulled up because I think this is important is the weather forecast for next Saturday. And I know we're 6 days away, but I am
a little chilly.
Focused in on what the heck's going to happen as far as the weather goes. Right now, it is showing a high of 32 degrees in Ann Arbor, Michigan, a low of 25 with a 35% chance of some snow. So that's what we're looking at 6 days from now.
That's football weather.
Yeah.
Let's go back to those phone lines. Dan, thank you for holding and hanging on. Welcome to the Fan Call-In Show.
Yeah, good morning, guys. Up here in Toledo, I work a par 5 away from the border. When the wind blows south, I can smell the
you can smell it.
Team up north. And I'm telling you what, it is something different up here because when you go into the stores, they sell Ohio State and Team Up North stuff.
Ridiculous.
It is, yes. Coach Diebler from the basketball team, he's from Gibsonburg, close to here. He's even told you it is different up here. It's war year round. You got the traders born in Ohio, but since we're 45 minutes away from the toilet bowl, they're toilet bowl fans, and it's definitely different. And I'm telling you what, I'm on suicide watch next weekend. There's Ohio State, Michigan parties going on everywhere. One time I had to swim across the pond because Ohio State lost, and it was cold.
Oh.
And, yes, and so I just hope Ryan Day goes out there and plays loose. Hope the offensive line holds up. I think that's my biggest concern. And but it is different up here. It's year round. I mean, I just wish you could experience it. Coach Diebler can tell you all about it. It's because there's a lot of traders in this area. It's a lot of fun. So go Bucks, and let's be loose, Day. Don't pucker up on me.
Hey, Dan, hang on the line. We're going to get your information. We're going to send you to the Pro Football Hall of Fame for having to deal with all those Michigan fans this week. I love that call. So fun. And I'm sure up there where he lives, we know how many Michigan fans there are down here that we deal with. And they've been loud the last 4 years. I couldn't imagine being him living that close to enemy territory.
You know what? I go to Toledo quite a bit. I have a cousin who lives there I'm very close to. He actually listens to the show. And he when I go up there, I do see those half Ohio State, half Michigan flags. And there's a store. I think it's called like the Buckeye Wolverine Shop. And I'm like, Buckeye Wolverine Shop? Half and half flags. This is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. The fact that you would have a flag that's half Ohio State, half Michigan, ridiculous.
I do know a couple that lives down here, good friends of ours, that they split their car. One's an Ohio State fan, one's a Michigan. One side's decked out in maize and blue, the other scarlet and gray. So I do understand that. Hey, I want to get to one more call here real quick before we go to the break. Let's go to Buckeye Bill. Buckeye Bill, thank you for hanging on. What do you got for us on the Fan Call-In Show?
Hey, good morning, guys. Thanks for having me on. I only call in every year before this game because I'm a child of the 10-year war, Woody Bo, the whole deal. And so this game is everything to me. So here's the thing. We should have won this game several years previously. Everybody knows that. But I don't think it comes down to the players. I don't really care who plays. I think it comes down to our great coach, Ryan Day. And I've been a naysayer for him in the past because of losing this game. But I think Ryan has gotten better too. And I think we're going to take care of business. But I think it's going to be because of what Ryan Day brings to the table in the preparation of the team. And I think another caller said, you got to play loose. You got to play our game and let it go. If you get tight and you don't use your weapons, that's when you put yourself at risk. But I think Ryan has learned from the playoff last year how to handle this game. So I'm looking forward to seeing his redemption, the redemption for the team and the fans. And it's all on Ryan.
All right, Buckeye Bill, I'm going to hook you up. Look, we have had so many good calls. We're a half hour into the call-in show. We started this show a year ago because of a day like today, and you guys are coming through with us with great calls. Buckeye Bill, we're hooking you up with a pair of Hall of Fame passes as well.
And he has some great points. I want to talk about those. We got to go to a quick 2-minute break, so let's go to a 2-minute break, and then we will talk about Buckeye Bill and get to the rest of you as well. 614-821-9710 is the number to call. It's the Fan Call-In Show on the Fan.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy. In 2011, I founded Wesley Financial Group with one goal in mind, to help honest folks out of their timeshares permanently. Today, I run Wesley with my two sons, a real family business, treating every client and every employee like we'd want our own family treated. That philosophy has helped us grow into the largest, most trusted timeshare cancellation company in the United States. Fortune magazine even recognized us as one of the best places to work. Why? Because we genuinely care. In fact, some of our former clients were so moved by their experience working with us, they joined our team so they could help others to timeshare freedom. If you're stuck in a timeshare, give us a call. Let our family help your family.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit kit. 800-743-8989. 800-743-8989. 800-743-8989.
You can stream the game on your phone while you're gardening. You can stream it while you walk the dog. You can stream it at a trampoline park. You can even stream it at a monster truck rally. But the second you get behind the wheel, the game's over. Remember, Ohio, phones down. It's the law.
Wrinkles, gray hair, and hearing loss are common signs of getting older. But being short of breath, having tightness in your chest, coughing, and wheezing are not. If you are experiencing these symptoms, You may be one of the millions of people who are living with a condition called COPD but don't know it. Early diagnosis and treatment can add years of better breathing to your life. For more information, talk to your doctor and visit copdfoundation.org today.
Monday starts up a pretty big week. Gobble, gobble, and all that crap. Let's focus on what really matters. Rivalry Week.
Sponsored by your Central Ohio Toyota dealers.
The Fan. Ever want to be a radio star?
It's all about the radio.
Or at least hear your voice on the air?
The radio's all yours now.
This is the show for you. This is the Fan Call-In Show. Presented by ESPN Bet at Hollywood Casino Columbus.
2nd and 9. Ohio State at the Rutgers 10. Jackson Raines in the backfield to the left of quarterback Julian Sand, who pitches it out to Jackson. Running left side to the 10. Gets blockers to the 5. Cuts it up the middle and goes into the end zone for a touchdown run of 9 yards. Bo Jackson, his second scoring jog of the day. A 9-yard TD run. And that increases Ohio State's lead to 27-3 over Rutgers.
A great game for Bo Jackson yesterday. Unfortunately, he had that fumble. Luckily, it didn't cost Ohio State anything in that game like it possibly could this coming week. But Bo Jackson, 19 carries, 110 yards, 2 touchdowns. And every time he has the ball in his hands, Scotty, I feel like it could go. Like he's a home run hitter. He's a difference maker.
Well, and I just pulled up his stats over the last few weeks. 'Cause remember, we were talking midway through the year about this running game and all that stuff. And it's been incredible over the last 4 weeks. Just the consistency as far as his average yards per carry. It's just like, you're right. It feels like anytime he can take it. But even when he's getting that first contact, right, he's not going down on first contact. And you love that, right? It takes 2 or 3 guys to bring Bo Jackson down.
Have you ever seen him be tackled and go backwards, too, by the way?
No.
He's always falling forward somehow.
Yeah.
He spins and goes forward, or somehow he's always falling the right way. 614-821-9710 is the number to call. Man, you guys have been awesome today with the calls. Let's head back out to those phone lines. We got a little father-son duo here, Scotty.
Let's
Ben
go.
and Lincoln, good morning. Thanks for calling.
Hi, guys. My dad had to go. But what I wanted to talk about is the run game and how Ohio State has been running the ball. And, I'm not really concerned about how Michigan game is going to go because James Peoples, the backup, literally hurdled a dude over UCLA. So, and that's the backup. So, you can't imagine what the starter is going to do.
Lincoln, I love the call. The Ohio State running game has been great so far this year. I just hope that they win this weekend so you don't have an experience like I did growing up in the 90s, Lincoln, where this game sucked every year. It sucked the last 4 years. We can't have it suck a 5th year, Lincoln. I don't want you to grow up like I did.
You know, it's crazy because you and I are about the same age, Ryan, low 40s, mid 40s. And I'm right there with you. I still remember 1995. Gosh, I don't even know why I'm again bringing up bad memories. But going outside, I was 10 years old watching that Biaka game, and he just went off. And I remember just going outside and the misery that you feel and literally tears and all that stuff. And, we're at that point now where you either are at the top of the world. You feel like after OSU in 2002, the feeling you had after OSU beats Michigan and finally gets it done.
2006, the game, 1 versus 2.
Of course, yeah. Curtis Samuel going in, double overtime. You feel those amazing top of the world emotions, or you feel like just the end of the world, which was 95 Biaka. And honestly, last year, I took my son Spencer, who's 9, to his first ever OSU Michigan game last year. And it was one of the worst experiences of all time. It was misery walking back to that car after losing that game. And I just remember just the despair driving home and feeling misery. And, that's what this game is.
What's one of the great things about this week, too? There's moments from this game that are imprinted on your brain. I remember Sean Springs slipping. I remember Curtis Samuel, arms out into the end zone. We remember Zach Boren standing over Devin Gardner. We remember
Will Allen, let's party, Columbus, interception.
Yes. Remember the look on Ryan Day's face last year. There are moments from this game that are embedded in all of us. And I just wonder, what's that picture frame moment from next week's game that we're going to have? It's so fun because you know there is going to be one. 614-821-9710 is the number. You guys have been blowing up the phone lines. We thank you for that. Let's go out to Michael. Michael, good morning. Thank you for hanging on and waiting on the Fan Call-In Show.
Absolutely. Best show of the year. And, talking about the memories of the games, my favorite is Boston scoring the touchdown against Jake the Snake. And I thought we got hosed. We should have got half the national championship that year. And then worst one is Katzenmoyer and Sean slipping, and they win that game. But, hey, to this team, real quick, I wonder, we talk about the games being a little boring or a little closer than we'd like to see them. Man, when you're defending national title, we're everybody's Super Bowl.
Yep.
We're getting their best shot. And Schiano actually coached with Day, right, under Urban.
Yeah.
So maybe he's got a feel for some tendencies there. I feel really good about it. I told my wife yesterday, I said they haven't played their best game on both sides of the ball yet. I feel like, I'm feeling big. I think Buckeyes by a couple of TDs. I really do.
It's a good call, and I completely agree. Like, if you were to look at this team matchup by matchup wise, I'm not sure if there is a position group where you would say advantage Wolverines. Like, I don't think there is a single one where you're like, okay, Michigan has the advantage over Ohio State. Ohio State's got the better quarterback. Ohio State, and I get Michigan's got a really good running game, but they're banged up.
Running backs are hurt.
They're banged
Justice
up.
Haynes is out for the year.
So Bo Jackson, I think advantage Ohio State. I think offensive line advantage Ohio State. I know, assuming that Ohio State's wide receivers play, their star wide receivers, big advantage. Big advantage tight ends. I feel like almost across the board, this Ohio State defense is as good of an Ohio State defense as we've seen. So across the board, I feel like it's advantage Ohio State. And there's a reason why. On the road, Ohio State is a 12.5-point favorite because they are significantly better in every area.
It's interesting. We've talked a lot about, well, maybe they haven't played up to what we've expected every game. And, well, games are closer than maybe we think and this and that. And I think Mac's point there, or Michael's point there is true. Like, I don't think Ohio State has played their best complete team game yet this year. However, they've covered the spread in every game but two.
Yeah.
2 games this year.
The backdoor touchdown in which they didn't against Purdue, and then a half point against OU.
Yeah. And what do they say? Good teams win games, great teams cover. I'd say Ohio State is pretty great against the spread this year. Let's get one more in the year before we have to go to our final break. Let's go to Mac. Mac, good morning. Thank you for calling the Fan Call-In Show.
Hey, man, what's up? Don't mean to be the Scrooge, but I'm not a delusional Ohio State fan. We've been saying for the last 5 years, Ohio State beat Michigan. We're way more talented, which we were. Look what happened. Yep. So this year's Ohio State's team, they're playing nobodies. And for that, I said that dude that called in said Michigan, they only played Maryland. Who has Ohio State played? And I'm not taking nothing away, but I'm just being honest. Put Ohio State and Indiana, give them Georgia and Alabama's schedule. I guarantee, even though I'm a Buckeye, we have 1 or 2 losses. It's a whole different ball game. I know everybody hates the South up here, but Ohio State's not playing nobody. Indiana's not playing nobody. And I'm just saying, Georgia and just Joe Klatt, he's a Ohio State bootlicker. I actually think it's fool's gold. I really don't think people like Clatton, ESPN, even Nick Saban, Ohio State's the best thing ever. Actually, I think it's fool's gold, and it actually goes against Ohio State because everybody is giving them the glory to see them fall. Oregon did it last year. They give Oregon all the glory and darlings. Look what Ohio State did to them in the playoffs. I don't want to be negative, but I think that's just what's going to happen to Ohio State.
Mac, real quick before we let you go, do you think Ohio State wins or do you think Ohio State loses next Saturday?
I think they lose.
Okay. Thank you for the call, Mac. I appreciate that.
It's fair, right? Like the schedule complaints are fair because if you look at it, since week 1, when you played the preseason number 1, and Texas hasn't ended up being very good, like week 2 through this last game, they really haven't played anybody. Mm-hmm. They haven't. So it is untested.
I don't want to be all Ohio State homer here, and you know I'm not that guy. But it's not Ohio State's fault Texas didn't live up to their end of their bargain. It's not Ohio State's fault that Penn State didn't live up to their end of the bargain. It's not Ohio State's fault that the Big Ten isn't scheduling the hits and having Ohio State play USC and Oregon. I will say this about Oregon. Last year, Oregon beat Ohio State in the regular season. I think Oregon deserved those flowers last year. I will say this, too. If Ohio State played Georgia's schedule, they'd probably be okay. Alabama's schedule's a little different. Alabama has played a tougher schedule, and I don't know if there's a great team in the SEC, but there are a lot of good teams in the SEC. Alabama's schedule is a little different than Georgia's this year. I just think Ohio State, what they've done, and we talk about this on Bishop and Friends all the time, act accordingly. For the most part, Ohio State has acted accordingly. They've covered the spreads against these teams and done what they've had to do, even when they're trying to play in third gear most of the time.
Ohio State hasn't had any of those stinkers, right? I remember
Nebraska last year. Even though you won, it was a stinker.
Nebraska last year. And I also remember after winning the national championship with Urban Meyer, right? The very next year, Ohio State, extremely talented team, had stinker games. I remember they played poorly against Indiana, and it ended up costing them in the Michigan State game, where that was not a good Michigan State game, and they blew that one. So the difference is every single game they've played this year, they've lived up to the expectations, right? Mm-hmm. And there hasn't been a letdown. So they've done everything that they possibly can. Yeah. You just are looking at the schedule and you're like, it just isn't like it just didn't work out to be the tough schedule that preseason we looked at and we're like, oh my gosh, what a tough schedule. Ohio State has to play number 1 Texas, and they have to play a top 3 Penn State team. Mm-hmm. And it just ended up being that neither one of those teams ended up being all that good. And to go to the point of Georgia in their schedule, Georgia's non-conference games are Marshall, Austin Peay, and yesterday they played Charlotte.
And they haven't played the top end SEC schedule. They've played a lot of the lesser opponents in the SEC. Unlike Bama, who has played Oklahoma and Missouri and Vanderbilt and teams that are all right there.
Correct. Yeah. Looking at the Georgia schedule, I do believe Ohio State would still be undefeated with Georgia's schedule because I don't think Alabama is all that great.
Again, I don't know if there's a great team in the SEC this year. Who knows? Maybe there's not a great team in college football. I think Ohio State could be.
I've said this for a month, and I still stand by it. Watching the game yesterday is Notre Dame. Notre Dame, to me, is the biggest threat to Ohio State.
Could be.
They can run the football. They can play defense. They're playing their best football right now. I know they're not playing anybody. I know that Syracuse sucks and scoring 70 points against Syracuse, whatever. But that is a dangerous football team.
And guess what? Maybe we'll get to see it in the college football playoff. We've got to take our final time out. Buckeye Bob, John, hang on the line. We will wrap up the Fan Call-In Show with you guys next.
Unlike your deadbeat uncle, we'll never leave you stranded in a ditch when you were 6. This promo may have been a touch too specific. The Fan.
Another summer has ended, and you may have noticed that your energy is lower, your workouts aren't as productive, perhaps you aren't sleeping as well and feel foggy all the time, maybe even your sex drive is off. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and if you're experiencing some or all of these symptoms, it's likely you have low testosterone. And if that's what's going on with you, don't wait. You need to call us at Tri-State Men's Health and get treated for your low T. Because living with low testosterone is no way to live. With our low T treatments, if you're like most guys, your life will change considerably. Improved sleep, better energy, greater gains in the gym, better mental clarity, and your sex drive will likely improve as well. Plus, most men see these results in just a few weeks. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes PSA and T-test and a medical consult. And if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices in the tri-state area to serve you.
Feeling stuck on your own 10-yard line in the career game? Maybe it's time to just go for IT. My Computer Career has the game plan to score a rewarding new IT career in months. Whether you're a rookie, a breakout career changer, or a military veteran ready to serve. Why spend years chasing a college degree when you can fast-track your future in IT starting now? Take your mark, get set, go for IT. Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Hey guys, it's Timmy Hall from my friends at Orthopedic One, Central Ohio's most trusted orthopedic practice. 2 years ago, I was actually experiencing hip pain for the first time in my life, and I knew I needed the best. So I chose Orthopedic One for my physical therapy needs. And in a matter of weeks, I was rotating that golf swing better than before, and I was the longest hitter in my group again. So be like me and trust Orthopedic One and stay at the top of your game. Several convenient locations across Central Ohio. To find a physician or location near you, just go to orthopedic1.com.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, is it true?
What's that?
Tire Discounters is offering up to $200 off sets of Goodyear tires?
Absolutely.
Plus free alignment and a full synthetic oil change?
You got it.
I'm not one to exaggerate, but that may be the best deal in the history of the world.
But free would be better.
Mike, don't toy with me.
Through the holidays, every day we're open, someone will get their money back on 4 tires.
But I...
Just breathe, Phantom. Breathe.
No purchase necessary. Ends 12/31/25. Visit website for details.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Taking out the trash. Hey Columbus, this is Zach Bourne.
And Jacoby Bourne.
When it comes to waste service, you want a team that knows how to deliver under pressure, just like Saturdays in the fall.
At Bourne Brothers Waste Services, our team is built on toughness, teamwork, and consistent execution.
We're the most reliable and customer service-focused waste company in Central Ohio.
Whether it is recycling, trash, construction waste, roll-off containers, front loads, or compactors, we have it handled.
Call now or visit BourneBrothers.com and let us tackle your waste needs. Taking out the trash.
Ooh, winter's coming. And when the wind starts to blow, don't come inside to the cold. Open the door to peace of mind. With your Waterworks and Header Precision Furnace Tune-Up and Energy Savings Plan, your furnace is the heart of your home. And Waterworks and Header will have yours running at peak performance throughout the winter. Plus, you'll save on those energy bills too. Go to waterworks.com and schedule your furnace tune-up online. Waterworks and Header, heating, cooling, and plumbing. Together to serve you better.
Great Lakes Hyundai. The savings are so good.
It's Black Friday all month long with low lease payments on every model, starting at $99 a month for a 2026 Elantra. Plus, get owner assurance and America's best warranty. A 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage. At Great Lakes Hyundai, these savings are so good. Columbus or Dublin or glakeshyundai.com. With approved credit, $39.95 down plus access fees, first month payment, and 2 miles per year, ends 12/1.
At National Geographic Society, we believe in the power of wonder. It drives us to explore, pushes us to see the world differently, moves us to action. And we believe that today, wonder is more essential than ever. Wow. That's why we're supporting a new generation of explorers to ask big questions, make breakthroughs, and bring the future closer. Wonder awaits. Will you join us? Visit natgeo.org/wonder.
Of your favorite fan content? Good news, we're on all the digitals. Follow 971 The Fan on X, Facebook, YouTube, The Talk, and Gram. Your digital home for endless shenanigans. The Fan. Enjoy all the football this weekend, but remember to join us for Reaction Monday.
Sponsored by the Roofing Guys.
The Fan. Your kids and your spouse might not listen to you, but we will. This is the Fan Call-In Show presented by ESPN Bet at Hollywood Casino Columbus.
So 2nd and 8 for Ohio State. 4:40 and counting here in the fourth quarter. 35-9. The Buckeyes with a lead. Thurman on the end of the line to the right, coming wide to the left for Ohio State are Roberts, Graham, and Adolph. And Lincoln Kienholz in the pistol awaits the snap from Kemma. He's going to hand it off James Peoples right side. He gets to the Rutgers 40, and he may be gone. 30-yard line of Rutgers, 20, 10, 5, touchdown. James Peoples, his third touchdown in the last 2 weeks. That touchdown run right around a 50-yarder. And Ohio State adds 6 more, leading 41-9.
Might have been the easiest touchdown of James Peoples' life there, as I think he went 49 yards untouched. Your final score, Ohio State 42, Rutgers 9 yesterday. The one thing I love about James Peoples the last couple of weeks, earlier in the year, I felt like James Peoples tried to go east to west just a little too much. And he has an elite jump cut and an elite ability to change directions like that. I think the last couple of weeks we've seen more north and south, kind of like we have from Bo Jackson, and you've seen the results from Mr. Peoples.
And just a reminder, next Sunday, react with us, okay? You're going to have a lot of emotions next Sunday, either really happy or really angry.
Really happy.
Really happy emotions next Sunday, and you get a chance to react with us on the call-in show, 8 o'clock next Sunday morning. We are going to be taking your calls the entire hour, so join us for the call-in show next Sunday, 8 o'clock. Can't wait.
Buckeye Bob, you've been hanging on for a long time. Good morning. Thanks for calling the Fan Call-In Show.
Yeah, this is a great show. I really like your show a lot. I just kind of came up with this idea about a new tradition. I thought about the golden pencil, and for Matt Patricia, golden pencil, and if they win, everybody gets a golden pencil along with the golden pants.
I love that, Buckeye Bob.
that.
Hey, let's make it a little more difficult. Let's, like Ryan Day, let's raise the championship grade. A shutout, everybody gets a gold pencil. How about that?
You know what?
That's great. That's even better.
I like that. Thank you for the call, Buckeye Bob.
So we're going to be watching the game at the casino next Saturday, and I think what I need to do is I need to hand out pencils to everybody.
I love it. Get a
the
bunch of
entire
number 2
casino,
pencils.
has a pencil in their ear.
That's
as Ohio
perfect.
State shuts out Michigan.
John, you'll be our final caller this morning. Thank you for calling the Fan Call-In Show, John.
Yeah, hello.
Hey, John. What do you got for us?
Hey, well, I got an opinion, and I like to thank Paul Finetrash last year because him pushing the fact that Ohio State is weak. I think he taught Ryan Day a lesson real quick that you got to play your game, not their game, whenever you get into the big game. And I got a prediction that it's going to be 35-10 is the final score. And I was wondering what you guys thought about the fact that the lesson he taught Ryan Day was he started putting all these players off to the side and getting the younger players in there, and he's preparing them for that game too, because we know what happens in that game. You got to have people backed up and ready to go. And I really think that he's got Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate out. And if you watched them on the sidelines, you could see them just chewing at the bit like they were just matter and crap. They weren't in the game. But I think they understand what they're over there for in the big game coming up.
John, thank you for the call. I do love that Ryan has, in games where talent didn't equate, sprinkled young guys in throughout, that they got some major minutes. I do wish we would get the backups in sooner, but I do love that they've done that, and hopefully we see 4-17 next week.
Yeah, I mean, they've managed these first 11 games perfectly. They really have.
They really have. Hey, thank you so much to all of you for calling in. Don't forget, next week, Sunday, 8 to 9, On the Money with Dave Biddle and Scotty Vegas next on The Fan.
Hold on to your butts. Rivalry week is coming.
Sponsored by your Central Ohio Toyota dealers.
Starting on Monday, we get you